Happy Star Wars Day from the Obama Presidential Center.
President Obama, he's building his library in Chicago. It's a disaster. And he said something to the effect, I only want DEI, I only want woke. He wants woke people to build it. Well,
I have a very good feeling about this.
Mark, I am glad you are here. I want to tell you about someone.
Okay.
A young person born into ordinary circumstances, but restless, unsatisfied. A kid with big dreams, a bit of a rebel.
I like where this is going.
They join a scrappy group of underdogs and set out to change things.
By blowing up a giant space laser?
Mark, this is not about you. As wonderful as you are, this is about them. This isn't a monument to my legacy. It's a gateway to yours. The Obama Presidential Center is much more than a museum. It is an entire campus built to empower you. A place to come together, get inspired, and become a force for change.
President Obama, and if he wanted help, I'd give him help because I'm a really good builder and I build on time, on budget. He's building his library in Chicago. It's a disaster. And he said something to the effect, I only want DEI, I only want woke. He wants woke people to build it. Well, he got woke people, and they have massive cost overruns. The job is stopped. I don't know. It's a disaster. And I don't like that happening because I think it's bad for the presidency that a thing like that should happen. He's got a library that's a disaster. And he wanted to be very politically correct, and he didn't use good, hard, tough, mean construction workers that I love, Marco. I love those construction workers. But he didn't want construction workers. He wanted people that, never did it before. And he's got a disaster in his hands. Millions of dollars, many millions of dollars over budget. And I would love to help him with it. Or somebody else. I could recommend professionals. But it was not built in a professional manner.
When you think of presidential, you think of President Barack Obama. And finally, the Obama Presidential Center is opening in Chicago Juneteenth. And I love President Obama because he is so professional yet also so petty. You know who is invited to the opening? President George W. Bush. You know who's not invited to the opening? Donald J. Trump. This just goes to show you can be on two sides of the same coin and still be cordial. However, when it comes to fundamental human beliefs and values, that's where President Obama draws the line. And that's where a lot of us should draw the line. Nevertheless, this is a great investment and a great monument for the city of Chicago, where he is from. And it's just another pillar for the community to remember what real decency looks like.
You know, my mom didn't live to see me as president, but she was reflected in everything I did as president, because she was a kind person, somebody who believed in doing things for other folks and not just thinking for yourself. A lot of those values of respecting people, regardless of their backgrounds, and listening to them and learning from them, I learned from her.
Ann Dunham was a scholar with big dreams. Even as a young mom, she never gave up on herself, working for decades to complete a doctorate and champion global causes. Her determination and heart not lost on the little boy she helped raise.
When you sit there, what do you reflect on?
You know, my mom didn't live to see me as president, but she was reflected in everything I did as president, because she was a kind person, somebody who believed in doing things for other folks and not just thinking for yourself. A lot of those values of respecting people, regardless of their backgrounds, and listening to them and learning from them, I learned from her.
A legacy of steadfast hope and humanity.
They did a good job. Looks like it's supposed to.
Carried on through her son.
Well, I'm looking forward at some point to being able to sit there, maybe not right during the opening because it'll be really packed, but maybe 20 years from now where people won't know, and I can kind of sneak over there and just sit there and watch some kids running through some water on a nice summer day, and I know that would make her happy.
they're building your ballroom right now. They're also building the Obama Presidential Library. I'm wondering if you've
He
seen.
needs help.
Have you seen pictures of the architecture and what do
Yeah, I
you think
did.
of it?
It's not too pretty. No, but it's closed. It's stopped. They ran out of money. I mean, he's building a library slash museum. You know, you call it some museum, and usually they call it library and museum. That's the official name. And they're stuck. And he wanted only women and DEI to build it. Well, that's what they got. And the construction workers are standing out there and saying, we want to be able to build it. You know, I built a great building in Chicago, as you know, a big, beautiful building, one of the tallest buildings in the country. And we got it built very quickly, very well. And we used the construction workers of Chicago. They're great workers. They're great construction people. And I suggested he get them involved, but they're hundreds of millions of dollars over budget, and I think it stopped. I'm reading these terrible stories, but that's the way our country was run under President Obama, too. Nobody knew it.
After a very long wait, tickets are set to go on sale Wednesday at 9 a.m. for the Obama Presidential Center, and there are 4 things you should know. First is ticket prices. It will cost you $30 if you're an adult that lives outside of Illinois and $23 for kids. Then it will cost $26 for Illinois residents and $15 for kids that also live in Illinois. Number 2, what the ticket includes is access to inside the museum. However, a lot of the center is actually free. You do not need a ticket to go to the restaurant, to the library. You don't even need a ticket to go up to the top of the museum to overlook the city from the view there. Number 3, there are people getting tours right now. They have VIP access and an invite only. I'm told by the Obama Foundation, these are former White House and campaign workers. And number 4, when the center is set to open for the public is on June 19th. That is a Friday.
So the most expensive presidential center to have ever been built in the United States is nearing completion. I'd like to introduce you to the Obama Presidential Center, or if you go on X, users are calling it the Obamalisk because it looks kind of like an obelisk. Now, the Obama Presidential Library was planned to be a museum, a library, and also a community hub in Chicago's Jackson Park on the south side, and also it was designed to honor the legacy of former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama, while serving as a space for civic engagement, education, and community programming. Apparently, this thing is 225 feet tall, and it's going to house exhibits on Obama's presidency and life, including over 20 different art installations, and will eventually be clad in white marble. The original 2015 estimate for the cost of this thing was $300 million, which rose to $500 million by 2017, $700 million for construction alone by 2021, and a total of around $830 million at that point, before reaching the current closest figure of $850 million due to inflation, supply chain issues, and design expansions. Apparently, the thing was fully funded through the Obama Foundation, which raised $195 million in 2024 from over 92,000 donors, which pushed its assets over $1 billion. Also, apparently, the foundation has pledged a $470 million reserve to offset any future taxpayer burdens. But recent filings only show $1 million deposited so far. Now, they broke ground for this thing in 2021, and the center is apparently on track to open in spring of 2026, though the exact date remains fluid while they still try to work some last-minute key things out.
Obama's Presidential Center. You know, we normally talk about the attention and the influence of a person. This is a time people in the world has been talking about Obama every day, every time. They're talking about Obama. Obama being the president again, come 2028. But when you go through the side of Obama himself and maybe try to listen to his wife, Michelle, she's not ready to accept this to happen. And many of the white America, of the black people and many people who believes in legacy, they are not ready to let Obama do these kind of things because he already left the legacy. That's why people today are talking about him. That's why today many are still remembered to what he did. But once he comes again to maybe like governing this country or being the leader of president of this country, that legacy will be destroyed automatically because today we know that the country of America is not in a good situation. It's not in a good. So there's a lot of things that's happening. So this means that all the burdens and everything that today is happening in America will put on back of him, and he will start to be blamed of all that's happening when they know well that he is not, or he will not be the part of this problem that's today affecting the country of America. Now, I've seen Trump reacting in this. What Obama is doing, Obama is not fighting against Trump or trying to compete with him or trying to maybe to show himself, to show off himself that he's better. He was better or perfect than Trump. But what he's doing is what he used to do even the time he was the president. What Obama used to do is to put smile, put hope in the a face of the Americans. Try to tell them that we still have to be happy and to enjoy when we are still living. Now, building this kind of view of a thing in the country of America, it's an achievement. It's a historical event. It is something to bring together people together, at least to have something to speak about. He has come up with this a foundation. I can call it a foundation because he believes that people of America today have a lot of things to worry about. They don't have hope. They don't have happiness. So they need something that can at least give them a peace of mind. So this is not just a presidential center. It combines a lot of things that today is to put or bring people of America together so that they can come together. They celebrate. They share a lot of some different moments. So this is what Obama is doing. And some of Americans, mostly the MAGA voters, are taking this thing differently, feeling like maybe he's just coming up with the idea of doing this or this and that. I've seen a certain lady saying that this is America's taxpayer. Instead of going out or being distributor to the people to go and help them, he's misusing the money to go and build this kind of thing. This is not just about Americans, but it's about the history. It's about the it's about the generation to come, to know, to learn more about the first black president of America. It's about it has a lot of things like the museum, the American culture, history, and everything. We are having like libraries there. We are having like different kitchens which it deals with the different kind of foods from across the world. We are having a lot of things to learn from this building. Now, when you when you take a look at how the tickets and everything that has been organized for the people who will be visiting this building, it's like it has been offered for Americans and for the people who will be going to visit this place because it's like free entry. So Obama is not being just discussed for nothing, but he's being discussed because of what he's doing. He left the office, but he never left the hearts of the people. He left the office as the president, but he still cares about the people. He still thinks that people of America need to be happy. They need to enjoy. They need to have that freedom. That's what he's doing. Just like the same way he came up with the Obama Foundation to save the life of Americans who are not able to pay for their health care insurances. And when the MAGA voters came in to vote Trump in, they're voting out these insurances. That's why today we are passing across many Americans crying out, blaming and regretting their vote because some of them, they're losing their friends, their family members, just because they can't afford to pay medical bills. They're finding themselves in a hard situation. Some losing life. Some losing their properties just in the name of saving other people's life. So sometimes people are being pushed to go back, to start to think some things that happened back. And this is being done by the people who are there at this time, who are in present time, who are making them to do this. Because at this time when you take around all that's happening in America, nobody's happy. There are some people who are saying that Trump is good. He's best. He's doing something that maybe they expected. There are some who are okay with all these tariffs, all these wars. There are some who are happy with it. But we are trying to look into the majority. Try to listen to the white farmers, and we learn something. Because when you listen to these farmers, they're crying and complaining about what they're passing through, how the crisis is affecting them, how some of them are losing even their farms. But we are only talking about the farmers who have been affected directly. We are not thinking about the people who have been affected indirectly. There are some people who lost jobs. Today they are not able to care for their families because they were depending on these farmers. We are having the people who are just consumers. Today there are some who are loose, who are lacking. They are not able to access the food, to the vegetables, which was coming direct from the farms. And this has all been caused because of the high cost of living, the tariffs, and the Trump's policies. So this is a time that people are coming to realize that Obama was not only being discussed because maybe he was best or because he was a black person, but they are discussing because Obama was the best leader that tried to care about the people, about his people, about between the race, and not being a siding or siding with this one side because he was from a certain race. So what this man is doing in America is good, and many have come to appreciate this, and that's why we say sometimes a competition is not about coming up, making noise on the street, shouting, but it's all about what you're doing. We are thinking about other people, but not just you. Trump today, just a few weeks ago, he has come out clearly and confirmed with the Americans that he doesn't care about their economic status. Any problem that today they're passing through, he doesn't care. He's only focusing something in one thing, one mission, about Iran. That's all he cares about. So you as his supporters, if you've been waiting maybe that he'll come to address the issue that's affecting the country, which is making you to come out to start to regret, maybe create this kind of videos, posting online, making some people to come and react over it, you are waiting in a wrong place. Drop your views in the comment section wherever you are watching me from. If you really appreciate all this man is doing, then let's have the conversation at the comment section. I do really appreciate your time. I'll make sure that I respond to all. Be blessed and stay tuned.